know enough about it to be dangerous, but I can tell you what,
Mm,
one thing that seems apparent to me is it works. Because I see some
yeah.
people like disappearing before my eyes, quite frankly. Like, um, I know a couple of people and I see them every like 6 weeks. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, whoa, like it's happening. And so I don't think I can, from my perspective, question the efficacy
Mm.
of the actual product, but I don't know if, is there any rent check that's going to come due down the road or whatnot. So I guess maybe for the viewing audience at home, do you have a good working definition of like what is Ozempic and similar type
Mm.
products?
Yeah, and Ozempic's really the brand name for when this GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist, so meaning it acts like the GLP-1 hormone, is used to treat diabetes, but then it can also be used to treat obesity. And like you said, there's a whole class of compounds that now are very similar to this, but can act in different ways and can act on different receptors. So sticking with Ozempic is fine. Um, but yeah, it's really a way that people can combat either obesity or diabetes. And I love what you said. I was actually really interested to learn about kind of what had happened to the people that you know that are on it,
Oh
because it
man.
is remarkably effective.
Whew.
And I think the first podcast I did on them, I think the title was something like a weight loss drug that works, like question mark. Because there have been a lot of attempts at this before, and this is one that does actually seem to be working and seems to be working quite significantly.
Man, no
And
joke.
and that's kind of what I think the big thing to highlight is when we look at diet and exercise, obviously that's the side of the house that I'm on, and I think everybody can benefit from diet exercise. But when we look at, on average, what benefits we see from diet and exercise, it tends to be about a 5% weight loss reduction.
I've
So if you were to
heard that
take,
number, which is staggeringly
isn't
low.
it? It's low. So if you were to take somebody who, let's say, is 200 pounds, we're looking at somebody maybe being able to lose like 10 pounds. And
Why?
yeah, it is wild. Now, I think a lot of it happened. I
Well,
think there's
not
a,
not wild, but why? Like why
oh,
only
why?
5%? That seems crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I think some of it is crazy diets that people try, right? They go on the 3 shake a day diet and they wonder why they can't stick to it. So that's obviously what I try to help people with. But there is truly a biology that drives people to continue to eat to sustain their weight, and it drives them to keep that excess weight on the body more. I'm sorry, how should I say it? It's like it's stronger the heavier they get. So the further you get away from a healthy weight, the harder it's going to be to lose weight. It's still not impossible, but the people that we see who lose, let's say, 100 pounds and keep it off, they're
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very small majority. They're kind of like the unicorns, where
Okay.
more often than not, people will lose some weight, but then they have these hunger and these cravings that really drive them to eat and gain the weight back to their original weight.